feels down on the dumb.
He said he feels down all the time.
At just 24 years old, this is not how Dean thought his life would turn out. Despite his cerebral palsy, he was kicked out of a care home and is now on the streets. His friend Ray is also homeless.
With me, it's because the government and the council don't want me to have a flat because I'm a drinker, but now I don't drink. But because he's on the streets, I can't leave him by himself. So I stay with him like 24/7.
The cardboard city under London's Waterloo Bridge may be gone, but the capital's homelessness problem hasn't. In the National Theatre, a new play aims to throw the spotlight on those who don't have a permanent roof over their heads.
As Michaela walks on, maybe you walk off.
Right.
Director Nadia Falls spent 18 months talking to young people in an East End hostel. Shocked by the stories, she used their own words in the play's monologues and songs.
Say see you later to each other, go around see our other friends and then go see our family, our mums and that.
There's seriously a whole generation that are not going to understand what it means to call somewhere your home in the way that we do, somewhere of your own, you know, either to have, to own or to even rent.
And that's because of the cuts the government's making?
I think it's directly linked to those cuts, yes.
Government figures show the number of people sleeping rough in England has increased by a third since 2010. In London alone, 6,437 people slept rough during 2012-13, a 62% rise in 2 years. But the official figures don't account for the hidden homeless, people like Leo. 3 months after his 18th birthday, he was forced to sofa surf for 9 months, finally getting help from Centrepoint.
I feel lonely. I feel like I don't really have a voice. I'm not really accountable for anything. Despite going to college, being in school and doing stuff like that, you don't really feel like a person.
A few years ago, I remember talking to homeless charities that were convinced that the situation was getting better. But now that's all changed and the recession isn't the only thing that's to blame. By 2015, councils will see their budgets cut by a third, putting a real strain on local services. And that's not to mention the lack of affordable housing, rising rents and cuts to housing benefit. Ministers say they are taking homelessness seriously and have given councils £400 million to help tackle the problem.
We've got one of the strongest safety nets across the world, and if you look, for example, at rough sleeping in London, out of the 6,000 people in the last 12 months, only 14 of those were under 18.
Campaigners hope that bringing the stories of those on the edge of society right to the centre of London will raise awareness. But when budgets are squeezed, there may be a long wait for more funding. Sophie Ridge, Sky News.